Hello, it is Alex. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. We're starting with a fresh-faced Alex today because today I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine, which I haven't filmed for so long. Slash, have I ever filmed one? I don't know if I have, maybe with my sister Freya, but it's been a long time since I sat in front of the camera on my lonesome and filmed a makeup video. And yeah, I just feel like doing one today because it's been a long time. I've had a couple of you ask me to film one of these, so hi. We're gonna film one. I feel like I'm just gonna do like a really casual video, just kind of chat and pop my makeup on, let you know what I'm using. Sorry, I've had to open the window because it is so hot right now. It does not feel like winter. I'm sweating my absolute tits off. But today I'm going to be filming the makeup I would usually do if I was going to be filming a video or going and taking photos. Apart from this, I'll usually just do like my gym makeup where I pop a bit of powder on, a bit of brow, and that's about it because I'm lazy. But for the sake of the video, we're going to be filming my, you know, kind of nicer makeup. And if you guys like it, I could also film like a going out makeup tutorial as well for what I do. I've got like I do the same makeup. I've got the same makeup for my day makeup. I've got the same makeup for going out. I switch it up a little bit, but I'm really not that creative with makeup anymore. I used to be, but now I'm just lazy. But anyways, if you want to see like a nighttime going out video, I can definitely do that for you guys. And I'll invest in some better lighting because I know this lighting is pretty bad right now, and that's honestly why I put off filming one of these videos for so long, because I just don't have like a nice area to film it. Move the camera around slightly, but I'm gonna stop blabbing now and I may as well start my makeup if I'm just gonna keep talking. So I've already put moisturizer on my skin. I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion, and if you're wondering why the lid is blue, they've got these new things where you it comes like a tube and you put it into your moisturizer, and it's got special ingredients in it that help with certain things. So I think this one that I've got in here is really good for like texture on your skin and helping with pimples and whatnot, which I've been struggling with. Some of you guys may know I've talked about it in my vlogs. I've also put some eye cream on. This is it's literally so dirty, I'm disgusting. It's the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Eye Cream, which I'm bloody obsessed with. I use that morning and night. So I've already done that, so now I'm going to start getting into my foundation. I always do my foundation first, even on nights out. The first thing I do is cover a few of my spots with some concealer. I just use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light. I actually don't have a mirror with me, so I'm just going to use my little compact mirror and see how I go. So I'm just going to cover a few of my spots. My skin's definitely clearing up now because I've changed pills, which is super annoying. I wish it just cleared up naturally and I didn't have to go on a strong pill to fix it. But I was desperate. I was about to go over to Europe and my skin was just going insane. So I went on a pill called Diane if you're in Australia, or maybe in America. I don't know if the names of pills are the same. You'll be familiar with Diane. It's like the best one for acne. I still get a few spots here and there because obviously my hormones are just going nuts, but it's definitely kept it at bay, which I love. I've got an event next week. Well, not an event, it's a festival called Splendor. So I think I'll stay on it until then. And then when I'm back and I don't really have anything coming up, I might just try and get off the pill and fix my skin naturally because I hate being on the pill. It makes me psycho. Like when my period comes around, this is TMI, but like, I go crazy. I'm so grumpy. My anxiety flares up, which your girl does not need. Like, I already have that enough naturally. I really hope this lighting isn't too bad and that you can see. Oh my god, this might be so bad. I am not a beauty guru, never will be. Now I'm going in with foundation. This is I've literally used this since high school. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the color 2W2 Rattan. This stuff, like, nothing tops it. It's just the best. It stays on all day. I never have problems with it. I don't think it breaks me out. I don't think that's what breaks me out. But yeah, I just love it. So I'm going to take my Dev Beauty Blender, which is probably disgusting. I really need a new one. And pop that all over me face. I try not to use too much because I actually don't like when I've got super heavy makeup on, believe it or not. I take that all the way down my neck because your girl is not fake tanned. I'm at like that awkward phase that if I do it now, I'm gonna have to scrub it off really early before I do it again. So I've just been avoiding doing it. Maybe when I'm doing something that takes a little while, I might just cut it off and come back to you when it's finished. So BRB. Okay, I'm back and looking crazy. Ryan always calls this my ghost face when I've got foundation on and nothing else, because it just like dulls all of your features. Now I'm going to use some concealer. I'm going back in with the Shape Tape, of course, and going underneath my eyes. I try to only use a little bit, because sometimes if I use too much, oh, I just spat, I hope you didn't see that. Oh my god, I'm gross. if you use too much, it makes me look almost like too bright underneath my eyes and makes, I don't know, it just makes me look really weird, like almost like makes my under eye circles look worse. So I try and only use a little bit. I always blend in one eye first and then I set that eye, because if I do both and I'm moving around too much, the concealer starts to crease and I don't have time to set it before it starts to crease, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna blend this out. And then I'm going to go in with my setting powder, which is the Laura Mercier brightening powder for under the eyes. I think that's what it's called. And my sad brush that is literally taped together. Thank you, Theo. See how it just like makes me so bright under the eyes? It kind of freaks me out. Sometimes if I make it too light under my eyes, I'll take my darker powder and just pop a bit of that under there too. So yes, that's one eye. Looking much better, much more wide awake. Concealer is my life. I feel like if I could use one makeup item for the rest of my life, it would be concealer. So now I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Every time I set under my eyes, like little particles of it goes down my throat and I keep coughing. But I'm just going to use the excess underneath my nose just to set that area in case I get a sore, which I currently have because it's so hot. I actually can't believe how hot it is today. It's meant to be winter, like what? And I'll just like take that around my mouth just so when I smile, nothing creases. See, it just like sits at the back of my throat. It does not feel good. Maybe I should close my mouth when I'm doing it. But then you get wrinkles. You need to like do the mascara face so you don't get wrinkles under your eyes. Next, I move on to some brows. I use the Anastasia brow definer. You can use the, what's the like classic one that looks a bit smaller? The Brow Wiz. You can use that, but I like this because I feel like it's bigger and it gets your eyebrows done quicker. And I can't talk. And I'm all about getting things done nice and fast, so I really like this one. But every single time I have them, they do break, which is kind of annoying, but I deal with it. I hope you can see that okay. This lighting is so bad. So I'm just gonna run that through my brows, just define them a little bit. I like to make the tail a little bit longer. I really need to get my eyebrows tinted and waxed. But again, I'm pushing that forward so I can have it all fresh for next week. And now I'm just going to define around here as well. When I do my brows, normally I like to look in a big mirror ahead of me because I feel like if I do them really close up in the mirror, I make them too defined, which I don't like. I don't like them to look too square, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so that's the difference in my brows once I fill one in. It's just a little bit more defined. Now I'm just gonna take the spoolie and brush through them. I think they're okay. I'll just fix that up later if they're a bit uneven. And then after that, this is actually a trick I learned off Chloe Morello. I take my beauty blender and I just kind of go over them because it just diffuses them a little bit, makes them blend a little better. I don't know if that made a difference, but makes me feel like it does. Oh my god, makes me feel like it does. Feel like it does. I'm like nervous filming this video. I don't know why, because I'm really bad at this. Like this is something I'm really not used to filming, makeup videos. It's what I used to want to do when I first started YouTube, but now as I've gotten older, I just kind of do the same thing every day, so what would be the point? I can get creative for you guys though if you enjoy them. So now I set my face before I move on to anything else, just so I don't get any creases. I'm going to use, I'm losing my voice. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder. I love this stuff. I use it every single day. I have 2 shades of these. I use NC25 when I'm a little bit more pale. Actually, I might use this today because my fake tan's rubbed off. And I use NC35 when I have fake tan on. So I'm going to use NC25 today. Hopefully that position is the same. I just had to go and shut the dogs up because they're being nuisances. There's a lot going on in my household today. But yeah, I'm just going to use a little bit of that powder on my face. I don't like to use too much because it is a full coverage powder and I'm not trying to be too full coverage today. I also take that around my neck just to help blend in case your hair blows back and you're a completely different color from the back of your neck. Now I move on to a little bit of eyes. I really don't do too much to my eyes. I just put a bit of bronzer in my crease, as you're about to see. So I'm going to use my bronzer that I use, which is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I love this shade. Obviously, because I'm going to be using this as my bronzer slash contour today, it's good to use the same color because it kind of like ties it all in and makes it look natural. So That's why I'm using that. And I just kind of like the shade on my eyes. So I'm going to use a little fluffy brush. This is by Morphe, the M441. I feel like I don't need to tell you what brushes I'm using, but I'm doing it anyways. So I'm just going to pop that in my crease. I focus it on the outer edge of my eye just to kind of draw it out just slightly. Just slightly. It sounded so tutorial-like just then. So today, I'm not really doing a whole lot. I'm going to go get some lunch with Ryan once he's home. And then I'm just going to be probably editing this video, editing some content. I might go out to his new land because he's got, I don't know, maybe some of you guys that watch my videos will know that he's got new land and he's built like a massive ramp. And I haven't been out there to see it yet because I've been so busy every day. I've been back and forth from Brisbane like 3 times this week already, and it's a Wednesday. So now it's kind of like my day, my afternoon off kind of, where I'm a bit more free and I'm actually home. So that's nice. And then after we hang out for a bit, I've got a dinner with my friends, which will be lovely. So I guess this makeup will continue onwards to tonight. Well, I look so weird right now. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I feel so bad. This lighting's really bad. So yeah, that's what that looks like. I've just kind of blended it in my crease. And as you can see, when you put like a bit in there, it kind of goes really dark. So I like that. You don't need a whole bunch of colors. Since my eyelashes are still pretty full, I'm not gonna do liner today. I might just put a little bit more color in my crease. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite palette, which is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of Real Girl, which is like a really deep orange color. It's like the most wow. Oh my god. It's the most pigmented color in the palette. Like you use the tiniest bit, like I'm like, and it shows up so much. I look like I have no lips because my face is so pale. So yeah, I'm gonna use the tiniest bit of that just to deepen up my crease a little bit. So I'm just blending that out, making sure it's nice and seamless. I think I might leave my eyeshadow at that. Sometimes I put like a little bit of a light shadow right here on like the inner part of my eye, so I might come back and do that. But I think I'm going to move on to some face now. I'm going to do some bronzer first. I just use, like I said, the Hoola Benefit bronzer. It's my absolute favorite. I also have the Hourglass. This is called the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Nude Bronze Light, which I really like. It's a bit more cool tone, so if I'm going out, I'll use this to contour a bit more. But I'm not doing anything crazy today, so I'm just going to use bronzer. So I'm going in with my Zoeva Luxe Cheek Brush for this. I'm like still sweating from the gym. Maybe that's why I'm so hot. I went to the gym this morning and I did legs and it wasn't the best session, if I'm honest. I feel like since I've been home from Europe, I just haven't been able to get back into it. Maybe it's because I went with only having breakfast in my stomach. I normally do a better workout, at least for legs anyway, if I've had a couple meals. So maybe I'll do that. But I feel like lately I've just been in the gym and I've just been wanting to leave. Like, I'm just not into it. I'm ready to go. But I think like when you're doing certain leg workouts, especially for me, because I do like to try and grow the glutes, it gets really repetitive and kind of annoying. So maybe I need to switch it up a little bit, but I just know what actually works for me and what like isolates my glutes. So I'll figure it out. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I did my hip thrusts. I did some lunges, which was all quad, so I stopped doing that. And then I did one-legged hip thrust, which I love, with some banded pulsing squats. And then what else did I do? The last thing I did was the seated leg press and hamstring curls, which is always good. So it wasn't too bad. I think I'm a bit hard on myself, but I haven't been able to keep up the tempo, and just like I have long breaks and I shouldn't. So I've just put a bit of that on my forehead, and now I'm going to use a little bit on my cheekbones as well. I just kind of blend it all around. Did I put too much on my head? Maybe. I also use a little bit of it under my nose and on top of my nose, because I feel like a bronzy nose just looks more natural, because that's where the sun hits you with a big snoz out in the sun. And then I'm just going to use the excess around my jaw. Do you guys want me to vlog Splendor? I was thinking about vlogging and just showing my outfits every day, showing like what the actual festival looks like, because I've never been before and I'm intrigued to see what it looks like. And I figured if you guys haven't been, or if you're underage, actually I think underage people can go, but if you've never been, I can show what it looks like in there, film my favorite acts. Let me know if you want me to film that, because I'm doing a lot of prep for it and I feel like if I don't share it with you guys, that would be lame. So that should all be blended in. Now I'm going to put some blush on. I use the MAC blush called Melba. I actually want to get a new blush because I love the look of like really nice light pink blushes. This one's more of a muted kind of mauvey pink, which I still like, but I kind of want to get like a nice light pink because I think that would look really pretty. Inspired by Kylie Jenner. I love her blush, so maybe I'll look at her actual blushes. So I'm just going to pop that on my cheekbones. For a long time I stopped using blush, but now I really love it. I feel like it just brings such a nice flush to the face. So I just concentrate on the apples and then I bring it up on top of my cheekbones. And I actually use a little bit of it on my nose too, again, just to add some more color, make it look natural. I actually saw that there's a, is it someone Huntington Whiteley? I forgot her first name, but she puts her blush on her brow bone just to, again, make it look natural. So I'm gonna try that today. Oh, Brian's home. Can I get him? So yes, that is done. Now I'm gonna finish off my eyes, and I always do highlight last because it's like the finishing touch. Back onto the eyes, I'm going to add some color under my lash line. I'm gonna use my bronzer again, just on a little kind of flat brush, and pop that underneath my eyes. I actually don't like to do too much color underneath because I feel like it really kind of drags down my eyes and makes them look small. So I'm just gonna put a little bit like so, just to add a little bit of definition. See how it really makes my eyes look so much darker? Okay, now I'm gonna pop a little bit of color in my inner corner. I'm going back in with my Anastasia palette, and I'm using this shade right here called Primavera, which is like a nice kind of like gold color, which I love. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of that in my inner corner, like I said. Oh, got an eye booger, that's cute. And once I've got that on, I'm just gonna take it and just kind of blend it up onto my eyelid a little bit, just so it blends nicely. Might take that fluffy brush too and blend that in, because I just like everything to kind of flow. Okay, now I'm going to set my brows in place. I use the Hourglass brow volumizing gel, which I love. This stuff is amazing. I haven't seen it anywhere on YouTube or anyone talk about it, but it's really nice. I use the shade Soft Brunette. I'm nearly running out actually, I need to get some more. So I'm just going to brush that through my brows. I like to spike them up a little bit. I'm so excited to go get some acai. I'm so hungry. I've set my brows now. Might just let them dry so they don't smudge. Now for highlights, I normally use Jeffree Star, however, this happened. I can't even turn it. It's destroyed. I can't remember if I dropped it or if it just cracked, but I was not impressed by it. So I am not going to use that today because I can't be bothered cleaning up all the mess it makes. I actually have this highlight which I showed on Instagram a little while ago in a little like gift box that I got. It's the Hivia Glow Getter highlight and it looks quite pretty, so I might try this today. I'm going to go in with my dank tapered brush and pop that down the bridge of my nose. Oh, it's quite nice. Don't know if you can see that because the lighting is shocking. I'm not gonna lie, normally this is like so TMI. Normally I lick the brush a little bit so it's a bit moist and then I put it on my face. Don't tell me you've never like licked your brushes. Maybe you haven't, but I do because I'm gross. My sister hates me for it, but I'm lazy. So now I'm gonna put a little bit on my cheekbones. Oh yeah, I liked it. Ooh, there you go, you can see that. Yummy. Oh my god, I just referred to makeup as yummy. What is wrong with me? I really am hungry. Wow, that's actually really pretty. I'm very impressed. Non-spons, obviously. I was just showing like the things in a gift box and this came out of there, but I like this. I like it a lot. I want to put more on. I just kind of like take it all the way around here and then I'll use the excess on my lip. And it's already creased because I've been sweating this whole time. And I'm going to take a little bit under my brow as well. Normally I use a little brush, but again, I'm lazy. god, this is actually really good. I actually find with that Jeffree Star highlight, it's quite chunky. And I love Jeffree Star. But I thought his highlight would be like immaculate, but I've used better highlights. So yeah, I like that stuff. That's quite nice. I'm just blending it a little bit. Cute. I might just take a little bit of my Hourglass bronzer and just dab my brush in it and just kind of blend it out a little bit because I don't want it to be too hectic. And now I'm going to go and get my lip color, which is in my purse somewhere, so I'll be right back. So the lipstick I've been absolutely loving lately, but I've lost twice, is the Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in the shade, I think it's called Audition. But whilst I was away, because I lost it, I had to pick up something else because they didn't have Smashbox in Sephora in Spain. I got the Maybelline lipstick in the color Honey Beige, and honestly, it's doing the job. I really like it. It's really easy to pop on and off. It's nice and shiny, nice and subtle. Yeah, that is it. That is my complete look. That's what I do every day. Obviously it doesn't take me this long normally, but because I'm filming, it's taken me a bit longer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to film more makeup tutorials, if you want me to get a bit creative or show you my nighttime routine, or maybe we could just do this every now and then so we can just have like a little chat. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you would like to be a part of our YouTube family. It would mean the absolute world to me. I'm going to let you live the rest of your life now. I'm going to go get some acai, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.